Welcome back to Naruto D&D, everybody. Alright, recap. So last time the team went out on a mission to go and protect a village from some bandits. Little did they know that when they got there, the village had been destroyed. Dun dun dun. But they set out to find the bandits. They tracked them down, and then they got into a heck of a fight. At which point Shiro and Fubuki were almost killed. And then the team returned on their mission to explain what had happened, and unfortunately, because the village was destroyed, their mission was a failure, but they still accomplished their task, so hey, at least there's that. Anything I'm missing? Just from the mission aspect?
I mean, Kono, Miraculous...
Just from the... Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we literally had one last shot to live, and so, you know, they did their own little stuff for a little bit, and then everyone started going to bed, and then all of a sudden, where we left off...
Fucking listen roll and died.
Kozukai teleported. Kozukai, he didn't teleport. Kozukai woke up in a dark room, tied up, shackled up. So,
I did the suicide technique. I'm just a dead body.
Unfortunately, you don't have suicide technique. Also,
how do you know?
Do you have suicide technique? Yes.
I learned it. I learned it while being tied up for a week.
Would you like to try to use it? No. You can do it. You can try. If you want to do it, I will let you do it right now.
You will let him kill us.
Better yet, Kosuke, I'm going to let you know that this is going to be a thing. If you're going to try the technique, it is going to fail. Not because it doesn't need hands, or not because it needs hand signs, but because you have something that is currently on you that is forcing you to not be able to kill yourself.
Rip.
Fucking serious?
I created one of your opponents with this aspect completely in mind.
GG, get wrecked, dude. GG, fuck you, Kozukai. Go some trash man.
So, all right, kiddies, let's quiet down. We're gonna start this off. Kozukai, you wake up in a dimly lit room. Do a spot check. So you can't see too much right now. It's pretty dark. You see that you are on a wooden table, and that you are bound by some metal shackles that there are on your arms and on your ankles.
Fucking Christ! Can I do a sense chakra check?
Absolutely, you can do a sense chakra check. So you check chakra. You can't see anything, but you detect that there are 10 chakra signatures around you.
Like in a circle?
Kind of in a circle, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna yell,
and
who are you?
No, you can, because you can detect their chakra signature, or you just learned how to sense chakra, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to be familiar with the chakra signature. Okay, so you yell, who are you?
Yep, I'm gonna yell, who are you, in an irritated tone.
And out of the darkness, you recognize someone who steps closer.
Oh my god.
And you hear, hey, how are you doing? And they climb on the table.
And I try suicide technique.
Alright, you try the suicide technique. You realize that it is not working.
Oh my god.
The person is kind of leaning over, like, he's kind of moving his face closer to yours, and he's looking, how you doing? I could let you go if we just, got a little intimate here.
What kind of intimate?
Oh, and you feel that his hand is slowly going down your chest.
You have to untie me first.
So at this point, you hear a voice of which you recognize. You remember when you were with Shiro and someone knocked on the door and that there were the 3 Kens? You recognize that the Ken is speaking, who was the much more solemn voice. He was a lot more stern. Yeah, he says, "You get off of there. We need him."
I can't. I'm tied up.
He's not
talking to you.
I know. I know what he used. I'm fucking backside.
So at which point the Ken that's on you says, he kind of sighs and he goes, "I'm sorry that you and I never had our chance."
What do you mean?
He puts his hand on your cheek. And then he just looks at you, and he closes his eyes, and he gets off the table, and walks back into the shadows. Now, at this point, your eyes begin to adjust, and you start realizing what's around you more. And you realize you are surrounded by 10
My
individual Kens.
God.
You recognize that 9 of them look the exact same, but one of them he's he's kind of an older looking one. He looks a little more tired, and he's the stern, solemn faced one that you saw. Do another spot check real quick. So you can see that each of the Kens, or not each of them, but most of them, seem to have different facial expressions as well. There's the one who, I guess, the one who's right there, who's got the little red tick on him. You detect that he is looking at you with very loving eyes. There is, let me pull up my sheet to exactly what ones these were.
Hungry eyes.
You see that there's a variation of ones, like this guy right here. He's got a very sad and kind of depressed look. The one who is right here is very anxious and kind of looking around, kind of paranoid. You detect that each one of them is acting very uniquely.
Which one of you cans will kill me?
At which point, the one who's up top, the more solemn Ken, he says, "Kill you." Oh,
Yeah,
well,
kill
that
me.
might occur naturally. Unfortunately, we've got some experiments that we need to conduct. We need you alive to experiment on until we're done. And when you die, that'll be it for you.
Will I
Damn.
become a Reaper or a Ripper after this? This is metagaming question.
No.
Fuck. Not worth it.
Anything else that you say, or
I'm just gonna go. One of you cans, please just draw a sword and cut my throat right now.
at which point he says, "No, none of us will do that. And if you look around, none of us are even equipped with a sword." And you indeed notice that this is the case.
One of you cans just rip my throat with your fingernails. Do it now.
He just kind of sighs and he says, "All right, let us begin." And that's it for what you see.
Rip.
So we're gonna hide you. So unfortunately, let's see, Kozukai, how am I gonna grant you vision?
I need just to show me them.
But I want you to see everything that's happening along the way.
Have
I'm
him
gonna
be Shiro or
I'm gonna
something.
grant you.
Shiro's vision or everyone's vision.
You know, I'm just gonna make all of you guys be able to see all players see the light of each other. All right. So now to the rest of the team. You recognize that you're here on the map, but there's some backstory of to how you got here. Obviously. So the night before, so while this is happening, while Kozukai is having this happen to him, you are all just in your beds sleeping. You know, like nothing's happened. When all of a sudden, let's go through initiative order. Shiro, you hear a knock at your door.
Alright.
You can roll a listen check if you want, but I'm just gonna kind of skip past that part right now.
Alright. Since chakra check. Familiar.
All right, you detect that the chakra is Owari's.
Alright, open the door. Come on in, Owari. It's
He
late,
says,
though.
so he looks at you. He says, "Get your stuff. There's no time to explain. Meet me at my house."
Okay.
Do you remember where my house is?
Yeah.
Okay, meet me there. I'm gonna be grabbing the rest of the team. Kozukai isn't with you, right?
No, is that what this is about?
That's what this is about. Meet me at my house as soon as you're ready. And he goes up to Silas's door, or Kono, you're up back next actually.
Well, I'm right below his house too. It'd make
Yeah, it'd make more sense. All right, you hear a knock on your door. You hear a loud.
GG.
You hear a loud knock at your door,
hello.
and you hear Owari's familiar voice, and he says, "Kono, get down here. I need to talk to you."
Down where? It's a one-story house.
Kono, get out here. I need to talk to you.
What do you want?
We need to go. Kozukai's been taken somehow. We need to go get him back.
Well,
Are
I
you
have
up
to
for
know?
joining? I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah,
I
I'll
figured
go.
that you know,
I'll
It'd be
go.
good since we're a team. All right, grab your stuff. Meet me at my house. You remember where that is?
Never been.
No one's ever been. Basically, just go under the. It's built into the wall of the Great Wall of where the Hokage faces are built. Um,
Alright.
It's pretty much under the first Hokage's face.
Sounds good.
All right. And so he leaves, goes up to Silas's door, knocks.
Who's there?
It's Owari.
Opens the door. What's going on?
He says, Kozuke has been kidnapped. We need to go rescue him. You in or out?
I pick up my sword. Let's go.
All right, let's go. And so y'all go to Owari's house. I don't have a map built out for this because that's more detail than I want to put in. You all arrive there at about the same time. Owari opens the door into his house. He says, all right, everyone come on in. And you enter his house, and you guys can do a spot check if you want. Otherwise, it's pretty well lit. At first glance, you see that there is it's pretty much one story, doesn't go up anywhere. It's got some pretty decent furniture, decent technology. Looks like a pretty nice house, all things considered. Not too messy, aside from a bunch of scrolls that are scattered about. Now do a spot check, everyone. Except for Kozukai.
GG.
Okay. Everyone else can roll if they want, so kind of you can still roll if you want. Okay. So Silas and Kono, you both see that there's one thing that stands out to you two, and that's that there is not a single picture anywhere on the walls. There's not a picture anywhere except for one, which is like on kind of his kitchen counter. And you see that's a picture of him with his team back when he was younger.
I
You don't have
a
very many
knowledge
pictures.
check.
Do you want to inspect it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pick it up. You see that there's a young-looking Owari. Looks to be roughly the age of 13. There are 4 people in this image. There's him on the left. You think what you recognize to be Rook, on the right, as a younger child, and you also see 2 other people. One is a girl with dark brown hair, who's smiling, and then the other one rolled a knowledge ninja lore check.
What? A ninja lore check?
Yep. Okay. So you look at this man and you realize he's got a bowl cut hair, dark black hair, and he's got some bushy eyebrows.
Oh my god.
And you recognize his sensei was Rock Lee.
Poor fucker. Oh, God rest your soul, Owari.
Do you say that out loud?
I do.
He says, "Oh, looking at that. What do you mean?"
Broccoli. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ori kind of chuckles. He goes, "Oh, yeah. He was a bit of a slave worker. But it was a good team."
Where are the rest of them now?
Well, do a gather information check.
Cool.
All right. So he says, "Well, you know where Rook is. He's currently a shinobi police officer, helping out with the police station and taking care of internal affairs. Rock Lee has gone on to continue his own training and still helping out with missions as necessary. You know where I am currently. As for the girl, her name was Yuri. It kind of gets a little bit more solemn at this, a little bit sadder. So she was a former teammate of mine. Unfortunately, she's passed on now.
Who killed her?
Well, we took on a mission, and we ran into more resistance than we imagined. The person who we were fighting, to not get into too much of the detail, they were much stronger than we bargained for. Even with Rock Lee as her sensei and me being as talented as I was, even for my age, we still weren't able to compete. And as a result, she gave her life so that way the rest of us could live.
Okay.
And so he kind of looks around and says, "All right, well, let's follow me." And he gestures y'all into a room. He opens it up, and you see that there is a downstairs that are going into a basement there. And so y'all follow down. Silas, you recognize 2 men that are in the basement. You recognize a man two people who you and Awari had previously fought.
What the
You
fuck's
might
going
remember
on?
them by the name of Ponchi and Ishi.
Kind of feel a little uneasy. Kind of go into like you know, my muscles tense up a little bit. What's going on?
So you see Ponchi, who's the taller one. He kind of stands up and he looks at you and says, "You, we would like to apologize for everything that happened. I hope that you can understand. We were simply hired to do a job, and we were just following through.
You broke my nose.
Uh, sorry about that."
Yeah. I guess we're cool.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, your sensei here asked us by, yeah, he found us and helped us. So, if for what it's worth, we're on the same team now.
All right. I don't know. All right. All right.
And Awari kind of looks at your uneasiness and he says, "I promised you we're going to need them, specifically Ishi, who's the more quiet, smaller one."
Yeah, I remember him.
Hmm. All right, well, everyone,
Try not to
let's all meet
drag me
down
into
here.
the ground again.
He kind of smiles at this. He says, "Well, you really might not like what's about to happen then." So Wari kind of smiles at that and he keeps walking. He says, "All right, everyone. So the reason why I've asked you here is, as you might have noticed, Kozukai has well, he's not here. Unfortunately, he was kidnapped last night. How I know about this?" And he pulls out a bag and he empties it into two rings on his hand. "I told you all about this a little bit last time. These rings I discovered can sense chakra, or they can't sense chakra. They when someone comes in contact with it, it works as a tracking device for you to be able to find them. I was observing this last night, and while I was trying to help figure out exactly where Ken was, which he was in a very weird spot, so it was difficult for me to understand, I noticed that Kozukai immediately moved places in an instant to be just around where the Ken was. So, from what I've discovered in my own test, he's still alive. If someone does die, then then this ring can no longer detect them. But it's now our responsibility to go and get our teammate back safely.
I hope we're not too
The
late.
reason why we need Ishii here,"
Is the Okage aware?
he said, Ori says, "No, I don't have time to alert the Hokage. But this is a mission that we're going to undertake right now, and we'll be explaining everything afterwards." As soon as I discovered that he'd been moved, that's immediately when I came to get you guys.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Let's roll.
Yeah, he says, "All right, so the reason why we need these two fellows here, as you might have noticed when the police station was broken into, a lot of the people broke out. Rook has been working with me personally to try and discover exactly what's been happening to these people, and from all we've been able to uncover, every single one of them has gone missing, except for these two, Ponchi and Ishii, who I was able to find them, and I've kept them hidden here in my house. Ishii, we're going to need because he can dig tunnels, and the place where Ken is currently hidden and why I was having so much trouble finding him, he and his whole team, he is buried very deeply beneath the earth, and Ishii's going to dig us a tunnel to get to them."
Here we go again.
So he looks to Ishii, says, "All right, Ishii, let's begin." Ishii kind of nods his head. As he casts his jutsu, and he starts making a swift tunnel that's big enough for everyone to start crawling through. And you start crawling. So eventually, enough time goes by, you guys realize that you've been going through the tunnel for a very long time. It's been, you guys have been crawling for what must be about 20 minutes.
Jesus, are we almost there? I mean,
It's a,
I guess Jesus isn't in this. Are we almost there?
And Owari says, "Yeah, we should be in close now." And Ishii is at that exact moment. Ishii finally he kind of stops digging and he says, "All right, this right here should be it." And he breaks through a wall and you guys see an opening where you all emerge out of, and that's why you are all right here.
All right. Now is
So,
I have a bad
So
feeling
now-
about this.
you are in a very dimly lit area. You look around and you see that the ground and the walls and everything that's around you is completely red. The ground itself seems to be made up of some kind of marble, whereas the walls and the ceiling around you are all made of some very hard stone.
Hmm.
all right. Well, where's Kozuke?
Owari says, well, he should be coming directly this way, and he points further down the hall.
Straight
Let's
ahead?
go.
Straight ahead. And so Owari kind of stops and he looks around. There's I don't know exactly how to tell this. I'm detecting a number of chakra signatures, all of which are related to Ken here, coming from each side of us. He's pointing to each of the rooms that are right next to you. So, team, how do we want to handle this?
I'd like to check out the right room.
We should take him out before we move further. We don't want to be surrounded.
Split up.
So at this point, Paunchy immediately goes up to the right door. He goes, "Well, let's break on in then." He acts very impulsively. He goes, he punches the door, and you see that when he goes to punch it, it kind of explodes and reacts to him, and it shoots him across into the other right, back into kind of where he was. And so at which point Owari is going to speak up. Is anyone here familiar with Fuin Jutsu at all?
I am.
Unfortunately, Kozukai is, but he's not here right now.
Which one's that?
Fuin Jutsu, it's got its own technique, its own skill.
What about you, Owari?
He says, "Well, I've dabbled a little bit, but I'm far from an expert."
No, I'm
All
not.
we got.
All right, no one else is more talented than I am at this. All right, so he goes up, and he's gonna roll a Funjutsu check.
I can roll a check. I just don't know it.
Well, Funjutsu you have to have before you can even try and do anything with it.
Good luck, Owari-san.
You'll need it.
Bring me the Jedi.
Okay, so he's looking at it. He detects it. He says, "Well, it looks like this entire area is actually under its own specific kind of seal, as it is. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how likely we're going to be able to get through these doors. They're not only sealed off through some sort of locking technique. They also have some form of an explosion technique on them. So if anyone who tries to react with these things improperly does, they're going to be blasted back, just like we saw with this with Paunchy here."
Well, they must have some method of unlocking these.
And he says, "Yeah, it's most likely related directly to their own Fuin Jutsu that was originally cast on it, their own sealing jutsu.
Well,
Unfortunately, it's not something that I'm familiar with, so I won't be able to make any headway when it comes to that.
get one choice then. Straight ahead.
Keep moving forward. Yep.
Let's go.
All right, let's keep going. So I'm just gonna move you all to the next important bit. Another bunch of doors.
Oh crap!
GG.
We're gonna get surrounded.
So I'll keep walking forward, and looks at it, and Owari kind of detects, is like, these are all under the exact same thing. What do you guys want to do? Shall we keep going, or anything that anyone wants to try?
Just keep going.
Is there any chance that I could bust through the door?
Owari looks at you and says, "Well, it's possible.
I can break down
I wouldn't
trees.
try the door itself." He kind of looks around. He says, "How about we try breaking through a wall?"
Let me do it.
All right. So roll a strength check.
Strength check plus the other thing, or just the strength check?
Don't worry about that. Just the strength check. I'll calculate the hardness and everything into
Aw.
effect.
You're so nice. Alright. Oh yeah.
So you go, you take your big old hand and you punch that wall, and it shatters in front of you.
His hand?
The wall.
Oh, my hand.
So you look inside and you realize, you kind of see ahead of you that the room itself is completely empty when it comes to people.
Hmm.
However, there are a ton of there's like training weights, there's a bed, there's a ton of just like it looks like a living quarters kind of a thing.
Hmm. Hmm. No one's in here. Guess we should.
Shall
try-
we continue on then?
Yeah.
You want to try the other side?
As well, that's all up to you. We don't want to spend too much strength trying to get through these walls if there's nothing behind them.
You said.
But as I said, I'm
around
detecting
you.
chakra signatures from each end. So War's gonna go ahead and quickly look through. And he picks up a training weight and he says, "Well, this is one of the things I'm detecting. Apparently, he's put his own seal into the individual items inside the rooms as well."
Bastard.
Let's just continue forward.
War says, "You know, I think that'd probably be best in this situation."
All right, let's go. Oh,
So keep moving forward. And it's a similar situation. War looks at the team and says, "Any change now, or shall we keep going?"
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Onward.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
So you get to this one. You get to another set of rooms. Except you realize I didn't draw this in very well. Or like really at all. Give me a second. The room that is on the left of you is not actually like a closed off room. It's more of a jail cell. And you can see through the bars. So roll spot check. Oops.
hey, Shiro.
Perfect.
So Shiro, you recognize what you see inside there.
Man, those eyes can see through that blindfold really well.
You know it.
So I'm going to
Definitely.
reveal this real quick. And I'm going to give you increased vision just because, you know, fuck it.
GG.
So you see that there is a Ken inside that room, but you also see that he is shackled.
What the? There's a kid in there. He's all chained up. Let's break in.
All right.
Before we do that, though, I'm going to do a sense chakra check.
Okay, so you sense there is chakra coming from the right that's in very numerous effects to it. And then to the left, you just detect that is Ken, who is the exact same strength level. The exact same chakra level that he's giving off is the exact same as when you fought him in the dojo.
GG.
Uh-oh. Did I break it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're punching the door, no, but you didn't punch the door, right?
No, I punched right in front of me.
Where the hell are you?
Why did you
Oh.
step under me?
GG.
So you punched through like the bars, and the bars themselves were fairly flimsy, so that succeeds.
GG.
Damn.
So y'all can move freely if you want to get in there.
That's stacking.
Why does everyone
Get
keep
the
stacking
F
under
off of
me?
Get off of me. Alright,
So where it
unshackle
says,
him.
Will, you know, where at least it says, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Why are you
is
chained
he
up?
awake?
So he kind of looks up at you with kind of like dimly lit eyes. You're definitely he kind of seems very weakened. He looks. He says, "What the?" He looks around and he sees Shiro. He says, "You. What the hell are you guys doing here?"
What are you doing here?
To gather information check.
I knew you'd say that. Boom,
Then-
perfect 20.
So he looks at you. And he says, I'm here because that's where I was created.
Why are you shackled?
I made our lives harder. I wanted to open up the dojo up in the village to try and increase our chances of being accepted into the public. But unfortunately, when I was found out, my creator, and he looks at you and he says, the one who visited you and your friend to your house, he didn't like that. He destroyed the dojo, and he captured me in here.
If we release you, will you help us?
Help you do what?
We're looking for our friend. Your creator is taking him.
Do a diplomacy check.
Oh man. I need to put some in that sometime.
Those
Yep.
points to use.
I only got like 3 this last time.
Downside of a strong hero. So he looks at you and says, I don't know if I can help you kill or take down the other Kens, but I'll help you free your friend.
Okay. Should I roll a strength check to try to break the shackles?
Sure, you can do that.
Oh,
Yeah, you
man.
break the shackles.
Sweet.
It's a fairly rusty iron.
Well, that, and I have that, you know.
The ignore hardness as well, yeah.
So
All right, so he says, all right, he should be in the room right above us.
What are these?
It's just like something that he's tied up to, like some wood or something that's hanging out. I don't know.
Oh, cool. All right.
All right, everyone, let's move up.
before Ken leaves, what are you exactly?
Do another gather information check.
Go with that.
You knew
Ugh.
it was
Oh,
coming.
never mind.
Oh, you suck.
So he looks at you, says, well, put simply, we're clones. I think it'd be better if you asked the original Ken that question.
Alright, let's get out of here then.
So he starts walking with y'all. All right, so now you see that the door in front of you is actually unlocked,
I'm gonna go ahead and open it.
and you open the door.
It's all this green stuff.
Do a spot check.
Oh.
At this point, we're also going to start to go into turns shortly.
Yep. I
Oh,
knew
no.
we would.
That was weird.
Should we all run a spot check?
I need to lower your fucking vision, don't you? Don't I?
Who, me?
Yeah, I
yeah,
can see a
yours.
lot.
I can see
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay, so you look around and you see that there are a bunch of tubes around you, like giant canisters, that are filled with kind of a greenish liquid.
This is where
And
they
you see that
remade Goku.
inside, each of the canisters, there are bodies, and you recognize Silas as well as Shiro and well, I guess Kozukai really didn't. You recognize that some of these people who are inside these canisters, you recognize. You look, specifically you, Silas, you see that in this very first canister on your left, there is a bald man. At which point, Panchi and Ishii kind of walk up to him and they go, "What the hell?" And they say, This is the man who hired us. This is the man who you captured for the bounty."
Are they turning people into them?
At which point, Ken, who's kind of weakened, he chimes in. He goes, "No, that's not exactly what they're doing. These people are experiments. I'll tell you this before we meet the real Ken. Every time that the original one, makes a copy of himself, he has to sacrifice part of himself to do it. He didn't realize this when it was first happening, and now he's doing experiments on people. And, well, he's trying to get himself to be a whole person again."
Bastard. We'll worry about them later. We have to find Kozukai first.
Okay, I think that'd be best. I'd imagine he should be just up ahead. And Awari says at this point, he says, "I think that we should move quietly here.
Oh
We
man.
don't know what might be in here. Everyone Everyone roll a move silently check.
I knew you were gonna say that. It's not fair. Hey, I got +5 on move silently.
See, it's not that bad.
Well,
Yeah.
thank God.
Alright, there's that. Alright, let's see here. This might take me a minute. I've got to go through a number of characters to see if they succeed.
GG. You want one person gets hurt.
It only takes one. Damn.
Ooh. Unfortunately, Ishii was that one.
Gosh dang it.
That's okay.
How's the guy that can move under the ground? Fuck you.
Just gonna get him over the crowd as me. He's like freaking ninja.
I'll do the other 2 checks just to see what happens. Okay.
Well, since I moved silently, I'm moving over here so I don't get caught with you guys.
Yeah.
No, move back to where you were real quick.
All right. Fair's fair.
Okay, now we're going to start going through turn-based. So, Shiro, you are up first.
All right. It's my attack action. I'm gonna sense chakra.
Within 30 feet?
40 feet now.
40 feet now?
Yep.
You detect Kozukai's signature ahead of you.
All right. So
And you
whisper.
also see the kind of the remnants of chakra levels that are of the people inside the tube. So it's all very weakened.
All right. So whisper to everyone around me. Kozukai's up ahead. So I'm gonna move over here.
I'm gonna do a listen check. Oh, I didn't hear him. Shit.
Now you're all close enough. You're fine.
Rip, it is hard to freaking tell. I guess I'm gonna try and.
Well, you can only move in the amount
Within
you
your
can see,
vision.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fubuki has low light vision as well.
All right.
Wow, my vision increased too.
GG.
Yeah, I've got it all shared right now,
Fubuki hops on the old
just to
shoulder,
save us some effort.
There you go.
and,
Or
that's my
or
turn.
Fabuki is humongous. Mine's still small.
GG.
So you see up ahead of you, there are some what appear to be Ken-looking characters, but they haven't detected you yet.
That's sweet. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Kozukai, you're up.
GG.
Kozukai?
I'm looking at what my escape technique is. The ninjutsu. Alright. I'm gonna try my escape technique.
All right.
Try to free myself from these shackles.
Did you take away your chakra whenever you tried to kill yourself?
Well, he technically doesn't know the ability, so no.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you roll? 17? Unfortunately, that does not do the trick. You start kind of shaking to try and slide out, but all it does is catch the attention of one of the Kens that are near you.
Wait, I get a +4?
Yeah.
I didn't add that.
It's a +4 temporarily.
Unfortunately, you had to roll a perfect 20
Like-
to get it.
Like you get +4 to your escape artist technique to a check.
Ah.
So that would have been 17 +4 of 21, which unfortunately was not enough.
Rip.
So you see the one Ken, he kind of goes down to you and he goes, come on, there's no need to break these chains yet, is there, buddy?
Yeah, you keep prodding me with needles, fuckface.
And so at this point, you haven't gone through much. They have, yeah, sure, they've stuck some needles in you at kind of key points to identify things.
All right,
And
this
so,
small thing here is his wiener.
So,
Oh my
the
God.
Ken who's sitting next to you kind of smiles and he puts a little bit of pressure on one of the needles and he says, I'd recommend you don't keep trying to escape, my friend.
Yeah, you just keep doing that and see where you end up.
And he puts a little bit more pressure onto it.
Oh, you motherfucker! I'm gonna kill you first when I get out of here.
He just kind of smiles and giggles at that.
Can
Piece
I
of
do a
shit,
listen
okay.
check to see if I hear him? If I hear all this?
You know, I guess you're probably shouting pretty loudly, Kozukai. Yeah, do a listen check.
All of us?
I mean, it's not my turn, but can we all do
Sure,
this?
all of you do a listen check. Fuck it.
Yo,
I didn't hear it.
fantastic.
We not that far away.
Man, I already know where he's at. Yeah, whatever.
So, Kono, you definitely heard it. You heard two distinct voices who you you recognize to be Kozukai and Ken up ahead. Shiro, I'm gonna actually have to reduce Fubuki's ability. No,
GG. By like 5.
is that Fubuki's listen check?
That's what Boogie's listening to.
So you don't see anything, but Fubuki immediately kind of looks to the right towards the table that she sees, but you technically don't.
GG.
Saus, you hear it as well, though it's a little bit more mumbled.
We have to hurry.
War says, I think that would be best. So next up is Kono.
Cool. I move here because it's in my vision, and here because it's in my vision.
All right. Let's see.
Silas'
This
turn.
guy. Nope. That's these guys' turn.
You're last, bro.
The enemies are last.
The enemies are last.
So that guy's gonna go there. That guy's gonna go there. He only moved once. He's gonna move another time. Okay. Now it is Ori's turn.
I'm bored.
He's gonna move right there. He's gonna move right there. And now it's your turn.
Going straight forward, huh?
Yes, I am. I will reveal myself. I don't care.
So
Kozukai!
no one has seen you yet.
Oh, never mind.
Kozukai also has yet to see you.
Do I
Unless-
see the dude like hurting him?
No, you don't see anything.
Okay. And you guys are well hidden?
Yeah, let's make things fun. Let's make things fun again.
Oh, I like looking at everyone.
GG.
So we
Oh,
don't have
no.
share. I can see Fubuki still.
I know, I'm changing.
I can't see anyone. Except
So
for
I'm only
freaking-
gonna be this. Oh my god. Fuck this.
So,
Well, I'm going to be smart about it, even though it's metagaming, and I'm going to stay quiet for the moment.
okay.
No, that's cool.
That's fine. I mean, I gave you all of, full vision. If anyone's to blame that for metagaming there, it's me. So,
And,
now...
Can I go ahead and, like... never mind. Never mind.
No, what is it? What is it?
Well, no, he said that we were going to be fighting some people. I'm gonna take my sword out, just kind of like rest it on my shoulder, or at least have my hand up on it, just getting it ready.
That's fun.
Because I'm afraid of I'm afraid of what's about to happen. I almost died, last game or last time we played, or last time we fought. So I'm getting more prepared.
That's fun.
In fact, I want to go ahead and cast like that defensive thing that
Unfortunately, you can't because you used both of your moves.
I have. Oh man,
Shiro, you're up.
All right. Gonna go ahead and activate speed rank 1.
Okay.
You jackass.
Yeah, yeah. Gosh, dang it. Click off. All right. And my attack action, then gonna do another sense chakra check.
So you can sense the chakra of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Kens ahead of you.
All right.
That was a private message.
One of which is much more. How do I respond to private messages?
/W my name.
/W your name.
One of which what?
Why?
One of which has a significantly stronger chakra level.
Which direction?
Northeast.
Not going that way. All right, so Yeah, why not?
How tall is the
Mookie.
table?
Yeah, like 3 feet tall.
I'm gonna move here for Buki is gonna move here.
Okay.
Is it a good spot?
So
My
at this point, I'm kind of breaking turn order, but you hear some chanting in the distance. All of you kind of hear this, or not some chanting. You hear some person yell out. He says, "All right, it's time."
Duel. I'm so glad you went there too.
GG.
I don't have any of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards on me, motherfucker.
Is that your turn, Kozukai?
I mean, it has to be, yeah. That's all I can do.
You can do another escape artist check.
Alright, fuck it.
Come on, perfect 20.
So I had 4 this time, right?
How long does that technique last?
1 turn?
Let me see.
Yeah.
1 round a
One
level,
round.
so it actually will still be there. So yeah, you can do it again.
Hell yeah. Alright, I had 4 this time, right?
Yep.
Or just... 9 plus 4... Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
So you as
Jeez.
you see that the ones that are closest to you start walking towards you, and you start like flailing, doing everything you can to get out, and all of a sudden you slip straight out. You're able to get everything out. You're able to break the chains that are right around you, and you're able to get off the table.
Alright.
Is he naked?
So that took
So I-
1 move action equivalent. So you can do 1 more attack action or 1 more move action. You do detect that your shirt is missing as well as your legs, but your underwear is still on.
My legs are missing?
I
Oh my
mean,
God.
Right, it's really short
I meant
now.
like your pants, your shoes and everything. You
I
have
heard
no
that sounds like-
equipment on you. You have no equipment currently on you.
Fuck.
Naked ninja.
I'm gonna jump
Do you,
this way.
hey, buddy.
Holy shit, Silas Awari! What the
Okay.
fuck you guys doing here?
Okay, don't hug me. You're naked.
Fuck you, I'm out.
Fuck
Take
this
out.
shit, I'm out.
Let me take out that disability here for you. There you go.
Holy
We could
fuck.
have died today.
Unfortunately, I don't have any weapons to give you. I'm sorry.
You don't have a kunai. Not a
I don't-
single kunai.
No, sir. I would hand you my sword, but I'm afraid that you probably wouldn't be able to take it.
Awari sensei, you have a kunai I can have.
Owari tosses a kunai your way.
Well, do a throw check.
No, we're not gonna have to do anything like that.
Stabs him right in the chest. He dies. All this was for nothing.
Catch as he throws the kunai as hard as he can.
At his face. GG.
Whack!
Hits him right between the eye.
Remember to protect all your vital organs, or what's it? All your vital spots. Throws it at your neck. Oh no, my most vital area.
GG. Bleeds out in for the 2 minutes.
Okay, so it's Shiro's turn still, or
No, that was Kozukai's turn right there. So now it is Kono's turn.
I here and here.
Okay. So now it's
Silas
the
thinks-
ally's turn. He's gonna go there, and then he's gonna go there.
How do you do
Here.
the thinking part?
Slash
Me
the
thinks.
So that's them. Then it's Awari's turn. He's gonna go there, and then he's gonna go there. That's it for Awari. Silas, you are up. Silas, you are up.
Okay. Jeez. Holy shit.
It looks like I'm in for a pleasant surprise then.
So you see ahead of you are in fact 1, 2, 3, 4,
So,
5 Kens. 7. Do you see all 7?
I see 7 Kins.
Okay, you see 7 Kens ahead of you, all standing right next to each other.
Yeah, I take my blade out.
All right. At this point, you hear you're going to hear the one who's right here. You hear him speak out. He says, "Hold your sword. There's no need for us to fight yet."
What are you doing with all these people?
And he looks at you, and he seems kind of like a crippled old man in a way, like the way he's just holding himself. He says, "I'm doing experiments. These people are my test subjects."
Trying to make yourself whole again, old man?
And he kind of like raises an eyebrow, and he says, "And why? And how do you know that?"
I have my way.
He just kind of looks at you. He says, "So you are intent on getting in our way, are you?"
I am intent on stopping you from hurting these people.
And says, "Well, it appears that you and I will not be seeing eye to eye.
Yeah, you're
That is
shorter than
most
I am.
unfortunate. That's most unfortunate for you."
I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't. I only moved once, so I can do stuff, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see here. What's this? Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and harden my skin here.
All right.
GG.
Kawa no Yuri, whatever it's called.
Okay.
It's gonna cost me 3 chakra, and it's gonna last. Where does it say that?
I'll say in the ability itself.
1 minute per level, so it's gonna last the whole fight, right?
Maybe it depends on how many rounds the fight goes. It's gonna last you about 10 rounds with that. So we're 1 per level. You're level 3, so that's gonna be 3 minutes. So it's gonna last you 30 rounds. So most likely it'll last the whole fight.
Well, let me go ahead and put something on me here. So, what's tough? You know, a wrench is tough.
What?
A wrench is tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. No, you know what? Even better.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Oh, and I need to take 3 away, don't I? Yep.
There's a shield-looking thing.
Oh, that'd be good. Well, this one actually has an aura around a person, though.
That's fine. It's whatever you want to do. It's just the shield might be better for defense, but I don't care.
Oh, damn it. I'm trying to. Stop it! I don't know how this thing works.
You guys just hear, stop it!
And then I need to take away. So -3. Perfect. And I got my sword
Alright,
out,
so-
and I'm ready. I'm ready for the next turn. Go ahead.
All right. So, let's see here. Oh man, I've got a lot to do now.
So we have 8 people, and they have 10, or well, 7, so that I can see. But yeah,
Yeah.
too bad Kono doesn't have any paper bombs. I mean, Kozukai doesn't have any paper bombs.
I was gonna say, are you sure about that?
I would have 0 paper bombs even if I had all of my equipment. It sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
So, let's see here. What exactly are they gonna do?
They're all gonna come attack me. I'm dead. Next turn.
GG.
Well, that's certainly a possibility.
I think it should happen.
It's certainly a possibility. Give me a
You
second, I
would
gotta
think
read
that,
over something.
Kono. You've never liked my character.
I mean, to
The
do what
reason.
you want, you need 24 in life science, and have to have an epic feat.
So, okay. So, the one who's kind of in the center here, the one who spoke to you earlier, he says, "Remember, we need him alive if possible. More test subjects are always good." At which point, one of them starts using a technique. Roll a will save.
Oh snap! Already?
Oh no.
Me?
Yep, you.
Oh man, it's like +3. It sucks. I've got
1d20
this.
plus
I've
3.
got this.
Oh! So you sense that someone is trying to do something to your mind, but you can very clearly detect that it's an outside influence, and you just push it away. So that's that one.
The force is weak with you, old man.
The other one, so you see the one who's right here. You see he kind of pulls something out in his hand, and he pulls out what, as far as he can tell, it's a book. And he looks at you, and he opens the book, and he kind of holds his hand out. And you see the papers on the book, 3 of them, rip out, and they immediately turn into what looks to be kind of pretty much equivalent to a kunai, and they all get thrown at you. What's your defense?
I almost chose that jutsu.
Flat-footed or touch?
Just regular defense.
Oh, 16.
16? Okay. 2020. God damn it. Really hope that's not going to come across in my fucking recording.
It does.
Roll to 20.
So you hit me.
Yep, so that is a hit, so it's going to deal...
Are you gonna roll 3 times, or is it just gonna be like they all hit me?
No, they all hit you.
Oh man.
So you take 6 points of damage.
Ha! Jump change.
You want to be saying that? You want me to go a little bit harder on you? All right.
No, that was in my
No,
mind.
it's too late. It's too late.
Please. I want to be part of the fight. I don't want to. I don't want to be useless.
Rip.
So the one who's now right here, he's going to move right there. And he is going to use the technique. He's going to use a taijutsu technique. Do a taijutsu check real quick to see if you recognize it.
Can I?
No, you cannot. You don't even you don't even know that there's a fight happening.
Well,
hear it.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna recognize it.
What? How are you gonna recognize it by fucking sound?
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I've got this.
Hey.
You do got this. You recognize what his technique he's trying to use. Please stop doing that. Whoever's doing the like fucking glala thing. So you recognize that he is using the technique that is the Leaf's Violent Wind. So he goes in to make the attack at you, to go and try and trip you.
Do I do a balance check or what?
No, just I'm gonna do a roll against your defense.
All right. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Well, here comes the finishing blow. I fall
So he
down.
goes through and
someone's
he
gonna
makes
come
a-
up and kill me.
He trips you, and you kind of fall on your ass. That's it for him. The next guy, he is going to use the technique. So you see, he pulls out a kunai, and then he throws it at you, but it's got some increased propulsion behind it.
Jesus Christ!
That's a hit.
GG.
I don't want to play no more. I'm getting bored.
Rip.
I mean, you kind of ran in ahead of everyone before your whole team got there.
This is my life. This is the life of Shiro. Welcome. Welcome to a world of eternal pain.
So there's that. This isn't gonna do much damage though.
You said increased propulsion.
So it deals 6 damage.
Yeah, not much.
That's not too much.
GG.
Okay, there's that. Now the next guy.
Yep, keep him coming.
Rip.
No one wants to try to attack Awari, who's sitting on the other side of the table.
I mean, you're the one who's closest. You're the one who was talking to them.
I mean, does the kid that loves Kozukai, can he just give me a break since I'm Kozukai's friend? Like, I remember I helped you get a kiss, so I'm just saying.
So you see the one who's got the little blue mark on him. You see he uses a technique. Roll an ninjutsu check to see if you recognize it.
I'm not gonna recognize it. I have no ninjutsu.
I mean, you can still do a roll if you want.
Yeah, it's like a +1, so there you go.
Alright, you do not recognize the technique. You see all of a sudden he starts spitting something out of his mouth, and all of a sudden the whole ground around you, as well as that's covering up his buddies as well. I'm gonna put an aura around you to dignify that.
Rip Chaz. He's in
Yep.
that mud ball.
So you see that there is all of a sudden some kind of sticky substance on the ground that is restricting your movement a little bit.
That dude too, for real? Oh my god. Oh my god.
The one who's there, who's the old man talking, he takes a step back to let his team to continue on. And that is going to be it for the attacks. This
Mhm.
guy's going to go here. He's going to go here. This guy's going to go here. And this guy's going to move right into field here, but that's all he's going to do. Zach, stop moving. Shiro, you're up.
GG. Alright, so we can jump on the old shoulder. And I guess just to be fair, I'm gonna roll a listen check to see if I heard some fighting started.
You heard fighting.
Alright.
You don't have to roll a listen check. You heard it.
Alright. So I'm gonna immediately jump. Drop the boogie. Alright, I'm gonna jump here. Oh, where the heck is everybody at? Alright. I don't see anybody. I'm gonna use upward cut.
Upward cut. All right.
This guy.
That's a hit.
Using, I probably should have cleared that, but I was using my katana. GG.
I assumed as much. That's Kenjutsu. It requires a sword. 14 damage.
Get cut down there.
You take a good whack at that person, but they are still standing.
Chub. Alright. That's the end of my turn.
All right, Kozukai, you are up.
All right. Move right here, and I'm gonna attack the Ken that's right next to me.
All right, make an attack at him.
Smack him with my kunai.
All right, you succeed on the hit.
What's the kunai damage?
1d4 plus your ranged, or well, you're doing it melee, so
Melee.
plus your strength or melee, yeah. So you take 7 points of damage, but so you realize that this one wasn't exactly facing you.
I don't care. I'm
And-
smacking any Ken I see.
And so he all of a sudden lets out a bit of a yell. He goes, "Ah, what the hell?" And he looks at you. He goes, "Oh, god damn it! I'm here to help you."
You're here to help me. You're a Ken. You're not here to help me. You can't fool me.
He goes, "I'm not like the rest of them. Your team found me. I was chained up. I'm just trying to get you out of here."
Feel like if I believe you, I'm gonna die.
He said, "Well, you've already attacked me once, so it's not like it's gonna change anything that you're doing."
GG.
I mean, I don't believe this guy. I really don't.
Sense motive.
I
You
don't
can do a
have
sense
this-
motive check.
I mean, I don't have sense motive.
It doesn't have to be a class skill for you to be able to use it. Only if it has that black square with the X around it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll roll it.
As far as you can tell, he's being genuine.
All right. I'll believe you now. For Ken, the second you turn around to smack me, you will get your head cut the fuck off.
Looks like he says, "Is that a threat?"
Yeah.
He kind of smiles and he says, "You know, I always liked you for a reason." So that's it for your turn then.
Yeah.
Kono.
All right. So, I move here, and I'm gonna move here. Yep.
All right. That it for you then? Okay, so allies. Okay, So this can right here, he said he moves up to he moves over here. He's going to make an attack at this guy. So you see the Ken that's right next to you goes away. He moves to someone else. And he lands his hit. Which is oof. He does
Damn.
17 damage to that guy. But he is still holding strong.
Kins are tough.
So that's it for him. So you see, Paunchy, he runs up right next to the guy who's in front of you, Size. He runs through the sticky stuff, and he's now caught in it as well. So you see the guy who you remember punching you in the face. You see he runs up to the guy who's right ahead of you. He readies up his fist. And he goes to make a very big attack.
Do it, Punchy.
Which point?
Or should we call you Punchy because you punch?
Alright, that's a successful hit on the guy. He goes to punch him. That guy's going to have to roll a fortitude save. Alright, which is just 1d20 for him. He fails. That guy is knocked back and is currently on the ground.
Metagaming question: isn't that thing that Silas and Ponchi are in made them not able to move anymore?
No, they can still move. It's just harder.
All right.
You sound skeptical.
Cause like I remember that from the show, and like they weren't able to move after that.
Well, which technique from the show?
With that lava chick, when they were, Naruto was learning how to like talk to the Nine Tails, and she like captured some dude, and he wasn't able to move at all.
It's a different technique.
All right, I'm not disagreeing. I thought
You
they were
sound,
just done
you sound very annoyed by it.
because I wanted them to not be able to move. Travis is stuck on the ground on his ass, can't do anything.
Oh, I actually didn't roll the damage that that guy would take. So he knocks that Ken out on contact. So that one right there is now unconscious. He's also going to have blue on him, but don't be distracted by the other guy with blue.
Gotcha.
Ishi's going to move up as well. He's going to, or actually, he's going to go underground, and he disappears for a minute. That's it for his turn. Owari's kind of looking around. He says, "All right." Well, he looks at Kozukai. He says, "Well, you wanted to see my technique, didn't you?" Yeah, Kozukai?
Yes, I did, Owari.
The enthusiasm was there.
So you see, he pulls out a scroll. He puts his hand on it, and he throws it into the sky, and all of a sudden, kunai kind of burst out everywhere. And they don't hit anywhere in particular. They just kind of hit all around the area. And you see he starts channeling his chakra, and the little bit of lightning and electricity starts flowing through them. He says, "All right, make sure that none of you die until I'm ready to use this technique."
Okay.
All right.
Like, yeah, wherever you are. I don't know where you're at. I can't.
Silas, you're up. Yeah, Ori says you also might want to get out of range of this technique before I use it.
So, like, is there like a limit on how far I can move now, or?
You can. What the fuck? Oh God! Fuck you!
Sorry.
What?
What the fuck are you doing that for?
Yeah, F you, Travis.
The page. Sorry, the page on Roll20 just kept scrolling down halfway to the page.
Red.
So your movement speed is halved.
So I can only move like here.
So you can move 15 feet. So pretty much what your vision is.
All right, cool. So I'm going to attack this guy with my sword.
Okay.
So let me look at my stuff here. What was it? 1d20 plus 8.
Plus your melee,
8.
plus any other mods you might have.
So that's 8. I don't know if I have any other mods. think it's just 8 right now.
That's a hit.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do.
Get him, Silas.
Thank you, Kosuke. I mean, Shiro.
You're welcome.
2d8 plus 5.
All right, so he is still standing, but he definitely seems very wavering by that hit.
Get smacked, nerd.
Get smack nerd.
That it from you?
That'd be that's gonna be it.
All right, Shiro, you are up. Or actually, no, sorry, it's the enemy's turn. So,
Let's get them. It's okay.
so does anyone see this guy who I'm pinging?
Kind
Mm-mm.
of.
Kind of, you don't really have a good look at him though.
He's
All
just
right,
barely out of my vision.
he's going to use a technique. Oh,
You
fuck,
ready
what
to
did I
die,
just
nerds?
do? I just closed it up something. I
Shiro,
should've.
it's been an honor.
So this is the main one, and you kind of hear, all of you can kind of hear this as he kind of yells. He says, "So you're trying to do a big attack, are you? Let's see exactly how you do with this." And you all of a sudden, all of you kind of hear just kind of like a loud piercing sound, and all of a sudden, everything that's around you, that's emitting chakra, all of a sudden gets sucked in. So all of a sudden, that syrup that's on the ground, all of a sudden that gets sucked away.
Since we're all using chakra, do we get sucked into?
No.
Oh.
It's anything that's chakra taken form. So all of a sudden you see all of the light that's been connecting the kunai that a warrior released. All of a sudden that gets sucked into.
What the?
And
So am I
So
just
it's,
hearing all this?
that's-
Like I don't see shit happening.
yeah, you don't see anything. You don't even know how many enemies there
What
are.
the heck are you doing?
You don't even know if there's one enemy.
Don't worry about it, Mike.
But yeah, you see that the syrup has been taken in, as well as Owari's kunai are no longer electrified.
Well, I can't see that, I guess.
Well, I threw it around in a decent amount. You know, you can kind of see a flicker of light.
Right. Flicker disappears.
Oh, that's a that's a
This
big
guy's gonna
hit in
move.
the crotch.
Yeah.
So that guy's gonna move right there next to you, Kozukai. What's your defense right now?
Defense right now is 14, I think. Yes, it's 14.
-5 because he has no clothes on.
Why would it be -5?
No. Okay, so you see the one who's right in front of you. He goes to punch the ground. It's right around him. So unfortunately, so roll a reflex save.
I believe.
Fuck.
That unfortunately does not pass. Owari now needs to roll a reflex save. He's also in range.
Oh,
Ooh, Owari doesn't pass either.
You don't worry.
He's caught off guard. The man just sucked in his lightning.
I mean, rookie alert over here.
GG.
I'm the greatest shinobi in the
Uh,
Hidden Leaf Village, guys.
No, he's never claimed anything like that. Both of these characters take 9 damage.
The two guys ever knew you guys, or just you and Owari?
Me and Kozukai.
Oof, that sucks.
So there's that.
Wish I could
This
join you.
guy's going to make an attack at him. Yeah.
GG.
Shame you can't. The guy who's right there is going to use this technique.
I'm still moving silently, right?
That's a hit.
Like,
Yep.
no one-
No one knows that you're there. Not even your team.
So you run off into the darkness like some nerd.
Okay, so that's going to do... Oh, pfft,
Rip.
fucking wimp.
What a hit.
Dang.
So, Kozuka, you kind of see this guy kind of run across, and you see, do an ninjutsu check real quick. Okay, you recognize the guy who just ran across. His hands have started glowing, and he is tending to one of his buddies.
Do I know which one?
No, you don't see the guy. Well,
I mean, I can see him.
Fucking the vision is so fucked up. From what you should see as opposed to what you do see, I don't even understand. Yeah, you see he's tending to the old man. To OG Ken.
Huh.
So that guy's unconscious. So fucking Shiro, roll a will saving throw.
You piece of crap. Get a perfect 20 rolled on you, nerd. Dang.
Not quite a perfect 20, but it still passes.
I'm trying to call it.
So that's yeah. So far you're what? 0 for 0? 0 for 10?
0. GG.
So the one who's holding the book, he's going to make another attack at you, Silas,
Mm-hmm.
using the exact same attack he did earlier. So that's going to be 21. So that's still a successful hit.
Motherfucker.
Great. Get in there, Pachi. What are you doing? Stand around.
You take 4 points of damage.
Damn it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
What do you mean, Paunchy? Paunchy punched one of the guys out in one hand.
He should. Next time, I want him to punch the guy in the face and break his nose.
All right, this guy here is going to attack Paunchy.
Get a Pachi. Teach him.
That's a hit. He takes 7 points of damage.
It's a
Punchy's
scratch.
okay. He's got a lot of health. I remember from the last
You
battle.
recognize this very, very specifically.
He didn't even flinch to that.
Okay, so you don't see Silas, you kind of see that the one who shot the oil or the syrupy stuff on the ground, the sticky stuff on the ground, he's shooting something else that is now surrounding Paunchy and you.
Oh boy.
Do a knowledge check real quick.
It's lava. Bum, bum, bum.
GG.
We're dead.
That'd be a very high-end technique.
Do I do? Oh, I can do tactics, right?
Just 1d20, just knowledge check.
Oh man.
So I mean, you can add that bonus if you want. Fucking,
Oh, I don't know it.
you don't recognize it. Paunchy's gonna do a check. Oops, I did a 1d12.
GG.
1d20. So you all of a sudden you hear Paunchy yells, "Wait a second, this is oil."
Oh no.
GG.
Is that the one I? Oh, okay, that's the Ken that I accidentally exited.
Well, it's a good thing I'm from the fire village.
GG.
So, let's see.
I'm about to
He's
set the
gonna make an
world
attack, Paunchy.
on fire.
So that's a hit on Paunchy. You see that a little bit of fire comes out shooting at Paunchy. The fire itself does succeed on hitting him. It also sets the oil that you guys are on fire.
So, what kind of saving thing do I throw or whatever?
Real quick, I'm gonna take this guy's damage out.
Constitution.
Oh, whoops. Fuck, was he at? Whatever.
Do you have fire resistance?
I don't know. I'm from the.
What's your earth, aren't you?
No, I'm fire.
Fire. You would have fire resistance.
So it's halved.
This is nice.
Well, let me double check real quick here. Roll a reflex throw, or a reflex saving throw.
With +1.
Hey.
Unfortunately, that does not pass. Okay, so now that that's taken effect. So you are on fire for 5 rounds unless you can put it out through by rolling a reflex saving throw every turn.
How much damage does it do to me originally, or does that have to be after my turn, or the beginning of my turn?
It'll be during your turn, at the beginning of your turn.
And when I go to put it out, does that count as like an attack or anything?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for them. Now it is Shiro's turn.
All right, I'm gonna take you down.
That was a long turn.
so many.
I was like, man, is it my turn yet? I don't know if we're going. Good.
There are a lot of NPCs in this one. I'm trying to make it hard for a reason and challenging for a reason.
I'm gonna point my sword at the kin right here. I'm taking you down. Then I use Yado.
All right, Roliato.
You want it, baby?
You hit. I was so hoping for a miss. I was so hoping
I know
for a
you
miss
were.
after that.
I'm trying to beef it up as much as I can. Just make this interesting.
That's fine.
Oh, he's down.
All right, you knock him out, and I'm just gonna do this right now. He bleeds out and dies.
Oh my gosh, what? I don't want to kill him.
It's too late, son. He's
It's not
So you do that, and you see that he is now dead. I'm just gonna remove him.
okay. Well, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Kozukai.
way to go, Shiro. Kill him.
I didn't want to
I'm
have
gonna-
to kill him.
I'm gonna move over towards a wire, and then I'm gonna throw a lightning shuriken at this nerd.
All
I'm gonna
right,
power it 4 times.
all right. That's it.
Hell yeah.
The power of 4. That says 5.
So it does 5 or 10 damage to him. All right. He is taken by that, but he is still holding strong.
All right. What a nerd.
Rip.
Kono.
Kono, would you like to join the fight here, Alan?
I'll get there. Move here. I'm gonna move here.
I'm so glad you can see me. I wish I could see you. I feel like right there. The corner.
All right.
Where do you? Okay, each of you, I want you to place a ping. Where do you think I am?
Let's go in order. Kozukai, you go first.
Wow. Okay.
Uh,
Next. Next. Is there anyone next?
well, I mean that's it.
All right.
I mean, I can ping where
Nope.
you are.
Yeah, let him stay hidden.
Yeah.
Stay hidden.
I think I'm the closest.
GG.
Okay, so this guy is going
So
to do his headhunter jutsu.
good.
And it succeeds, and you see that this guy right here, who's right next to you, is also pulled down up to where only his neck is available, and Ishii pops out right next to him, and that's it for Ishii.
Punchy, kill him! Kill him now!
Ponchi steps over. He looks at the Ken, whose head is only sticking out of the ground. He cracks his knuckles, and he says, "Well, let's get ahead of the game."
Oh, you should have said his club. Right
Oh my.
Well, I mean, that'd be copyright. Come on, man.
yeah, you're right. It would have been sweet.
I'm gonna don't worry, Mike. I'm about to stab my sword through the guy in front of me. And I'm gonna say, "Stick around."
GG. And did the Final Fantasy victory name again?
Maybe.
Well, that's a hit, but it doesn't get the bonus crit from that move. He does that, but the man, despite having his head slammed in, is still alive.
It's the helmet that's helping him fucker.
Technically, it doesn't wear a helmet.
Oh.
These guys don't actually wear a helmet. This is just a token of a samurai.
GG.
You can fully see their faces and hair, their faces and their hair and everything. Yeah. All right, so that's that. That guy's going to do an attack. That is a miss. That's it for him. Now Owari is going to do another attack.
Thank goodness.
Oh, but man, what technique should he do?
All of them.
The lightning
Just
dragon
all of them.
technique.
Just use all of them. Make what I'm doing completely worthless. You don't know what I'm doing, but just make it worthless.
Kozukai says, "Yeah, you didn't really show me much about that technique there."
I'm trying to think about what would be best to use here. He is going to use his lightning speed technique to move
Some unknown
right
place.
here. Sorry, I've got to move this real quick. Let me double check that that's not in. Oh, fucking Christ. Okay,
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
20. What?
Don't make that ability almost hit me.
What do you mean? Do you not want it to almost hit you, or do you not want it to hit you?
I don't want it to hit me or almost hit me.
Well, it's gonna almost hit you.
Fuck.
So you all kind of start hearing a humming going on in the distance. None of you can see exactly where it's coming from. However, all of a sudden you kind of feel a pulse of lightning, and you hear a bunch of kind of some pops happening, around you. So everyone who's in the area is going to take 3d6 damage.
Who's calling popcorn? Or who's eating popcorn?
I'm not eating
it's
popcorn.
Pachi.
I'm calling it.
Calling.
So that guy, now Ponchi is still out of the area, just barely. So the guy who Ponchi knocked or punched in the face while he was unconscious, he is now unconscious. Kozukai, the guy who you were fighting, he seems to be on his last legs now. That's it for them. Now it's the enemy's turn.
It's my turn.
Now it's your turn.
I'd like to put the fire out.
All right, do a reflex save.
Is it?
+1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. +5. Okay.
Accidentally puts it out with gasoline.
+1, Silas, because you're
What do you mean +1?
human fire race. It's +1 against all
I guess
saints.
+1, which because of the +1, you actually put out the fire.
Hey, thanks. Thank you, conscience. All right.
So you're no longer in the fire, or no longer on fire.
So I'd like to go ahead and swing at the guy in front of me, which looks like I'm gonna miss probably.
Make the attack.
I just
What did you get? 12?
Yeah.
That unfortunately is a miss.
and okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
In 20 minutes, I'll get another one. Here we go.
GG. It'll get shorter.
I keep forgetting how to private message.
W.
W. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Get more private messages.
Okay, so the one who's right in front of you, the one who's right here, he kind of looks around a little bit more skeptically. He's getting a little bit nervous about the situation, so he says, "Damn it, what am I supposed to do now?" And then you hear the old man, the older one, speak. He says, "Remember, do whatever it takes to eliminate these people. Your life is of no consequence." At which point he goes, he kind of smiles. He goes, "Well, I guess in a way he's kind of right there." And so he opens his book to, he turns his book to its final 3 pages. Do a spot check real quick, Shiro and Silas.
Oh my god, they're paper bombs.
Can I do one?
No!
Why? Unless you've got the FBI again.
So Silas, you recognize that what he has on those last 3 pages are what indeed appear to be paper bombs.
Gosh, dang it.
Your life is worth living.
Unfortunately, he's already casting the technique.
It's not too late.
Never too
It's never
late.
too
Thank
late.
you.
GG.
Throw the paper bombs at your master. Release yourself from his
Clutches.
clutches of this oppressive neighborhood.
Is he gonna do it?
Sorry, I'm checking something real quick.
Doing the diplomacy check.
Unfortunately, for some reason, you don't feel the desire to do a diplomacy check.
Oh man, you suck. You just want to hit us.
Like I said, he's already casting the technique.
GG.
I just have to remember what the exact range of the paper bomb is. That's why I'm looking up right now.
5 for lesser, 10 for medium, and the large is I think 15.
He's right, you know.
Yeah, I think he is right. Oh no, they're all 10.
Are all 10?
Yep.
Except for the firecracker.
All right, so he uses that technique. This time he aims it at. He's actually going to aim it at Ishii, who's currently only sticking halfway through the ground
What?
because he pulled himself out of the ground.
Oh. I was like, what?
And that is a hit. Let's see, what is the range? So you'd be out of it. You'd be in. So it's going to deal fucking 3d3.
Go long.
Oof, that is a fairly low roll, all things considered. It's going to deal 9 damage to everyone who's in that radius. So, Silas, you take 9 damage.
What the heck is Ishii at? I don't even see him.
He's right on the other side of that guy.
Okay,
Alright.
well, looks like I'm almost dead. Haha.
You're doing fine. So this guy right here is killed upon explosion.
Rip. Killed one of his own. With scum.
That guy, he is still standing. That guy is dead. He killed 2 of his own people.
Scum.
What a good guy. What a neat guy.
And the one who actually cast the technique is unconscious now as well. But now you're going to see a familiar thing that's cast on this guy's body. You see that the water guy shoots another thing of oil. And
That
now his
didn't
buddy...
Work.
What's up? So now his buddy is going to jump over here into this little thing of water where he's right nearby. And he's going to aim... Let's see, 20 feet. Just got to make sure if this can actually succeed on that range real quick. Foot plus 5 foot per 2 levels, so that actually succeeds. All right, so what's your defense there, Shiro?
Regular defense? Flat foot?
Yeah, regular.
19.
19. You unfortunately do not dodge this technique, but roll a reflex save.
Sweet. Even though it's probably gonna fail.
You succeed on the save. Silas, you roll a save.
Rip. Forgot to use quickness. Gosh dang it.
You
Which,
should also
which save was it?
Reflex.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say that.
GG.
I haven't really had the best track record with reflex saves, and I died.
And you still don't. No, you're not dead. However, you do catch on fire.
GG.
I need to roll in for Paunchy as well. Paunchy also catches on fire.
Fine.
Paunchy was actually still on fire. Paunchy never stopped being on fire. I forgot to take that damage away.
Take double damage now?
No, he just still takes the regular hit. So that's that there. Shiro, you also take... so you're going to do... You take 3 damage.
Fudge.
And sorry, folks, we're not quite out of the woods yet.
GG. We're getting there.
What's the range on this one? So, Kozukai, what's your defense?
14.
14? This will succeed, and you will take... Whoops. Fucking rookie mistake by me.
GG.
You take 10 damage.
What? No spots?
He's not in the best spot. Oh, this guy's unconscious. I forgot to do that. So you don't have to worry about an attack from him. Oh, but this guy's not going to run over there and start treating him, so he's going to do a treat injury check.
I need to find that guy.
Unfortunately, he does not succeed. Okay, should we go plus that? And this guy's going to make one more attack. That's a hit. Alright, so now it's Shiro's turn.
Alright. Let's go, Mookie. Boink. Oh, there's effing people here. What the? What the? Is this guy alive? Can I just spot
Yeah,
check?
he's alive. Yeah, he's alive.
Alright, so he's unconscious. Or is he
Oh, he's
unconscious?
juiced.
No, he's fine. He's alive.
So, okay, so he's alive. He's alive. These two people here.
This guy... Oh, wait, he actually would have burned to death. That guy's dead.
Oh. This guy's unconscious?
No, that guy's still alive. He's just fine.
Okay. Alright. I can move through ally units, right? Ally unit scores?
Yeah.
In a charge
Actually, no, you probably can't. No, you can't.
attack?
You see
Alright.
that right there that that guy is standing in is also kind of like a trough of water, so you can't just run in. You'd have to climb in or jump in. Or just attack him from not being inside.
So I can see the edge of this, Connor. What is it?
Of what?
I mean, I don't really want to.
Just ping it.
Yeah, everyone
Oh, wait.
will see.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's kind of. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it the thing to your left?
Yeah.
That's a trough as well, but it holds... You can do a spot check on it.
Okay.
Alright. I
Alright.
am gonna move. Gosh dang it, freaking Kozukai's right there. Alright, whatever. I'll move I guess here.
Okay.
And off me Fubuki. And take up a total defense stance.
Okay.
And in my turn.
All right. Now it is Kozukai's turn.
Oh my
Activating
god.
pseudo mortality.
Okay.
So that's just a quick action. I'm going to throw a lightning shuriken at this guy.
All
Again,
right.
Even though he's unconscious. I'm gonna empower it one time.
That's it. All right. He is still kicking.
Alright. And I get one more point of damage. Back. Hell yeah.
All right, Kono, you're up.
Where the F are you?
All right. I would like to walk up the wall onto the ceiling.
GG.
Do you have the technique that lets you do that?
I do.
Okay. Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, you'd have to expend the chakra to use the technique, and you'd have to use the technique, but yeah.
That did nothing to my chakra. So I'm on the roof now.
Okay.
So that's one of my move actions, I presume.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over here, and I'd like to do a spot check on this trough.
Okay, so you see, so the roof is, it's fairly high up. It's about 40 feet.
Sweet.
You're looking down. You see that Owari is standing in a trough of dirt.
Sweet. Do I need to do a spot check?
So,
or-
no, I'm just going to say you see that. Anything else that you're doing? I guess that was both movement actions. That it?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. So after you, now we've got these guys. Ishii is going to free himself, which is going to take his turn. Paunchy is going to step right here, and he's going to make an attack at the head honcho. That is a hit with the chance at a crit, but it's a failed crit. And it deals 11 damage. He is going to make another attack. But he misses. That's it for them. Now it's Awari's turn, who Awari is going to...
Do you notice me? Or
no, Awari hasn't noticed you.
great.
He's not looking up at all. So he's going to run up behind this guy. He's going to make a melee attack at him. Oh, wait. Why did I do +7?
For swags and giggles.
It's supposed to have been +12. I don't know why I did +7.
GG.
But he stabs his sword through that guy, and he drops unconscious immediately.
Rest in peace.
And that's it for him. Silas, you're up.
Okay.
Slice a guy's head off. Do it.
So I'm going to move. What is this blue thing?
I mean, you can see it's a trough of water.
The guy standing in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get in the water. I'm going to move right here. Wait, before I do that, am I on fire still?
Yeah, you should probably roll a reflex save.
Yeah.
All right, you put yourself out of the fire.
All right, now I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to hit this guy here.
Okay.
Or I'm going to try to. I'm not going to say I'm going to hit
Okay.
him, because obviously I said that a minute ago and it didn't work.
That's it. All right, you go and make an attack at him, and you do indeed cut him down, and he falls unconscious into the water.
Now drown, motherfucker.
I was gonna say, rip.
And I will end my turn.
All right, that's it for you. Now it's the animal turn. He is going to turn at Paunchy here, since Paunchy's now attacking his leader. He's going to use a water technique. And you see, he kind of funnels some water from the trough that his buddy's dying out in. And he's going to he's going to shoot it at Paunchy. I don't know why I did +12 on that one, because that one was supposed to be +7. What the fuck is wrong with me, and why am I having a stroke? That's 18 in the end.
Well, there's your problem right there.
Rip. Would you say it splashes on the leader? The water?
No.
Oh.
It's a water cannon, you know, it's the guy pretty
Is there a
solidly.
chance to reflex save for Punchy?
He gets a fortitude partial save,
Get him, Punchy.
in which he succeeds, so he only takes 6 damage.
I believe in you.
Obviously, Paunchy is kind of he's kind of tiring out. He's getting pretty exhausted here. Oops. So there's that. This guy. Okay, now I need to roll the fucking saves to see if that guy passes. He's no longer bleeding out the guy in the water, but he still risks drowning. And then this guy bled out.
Rip.
So there's that. Now it's this guy's turn. He's going to use... He's going to make another attack. See, this is a fight that's still happening off-screen for most people.
Yep. I mean, I can see you.
Yeah.
Would my vision increase because I'm up higher?
That's actually a miss. You know what? It would. I'll double that vision. Still kind of dark out, but you know, you can see more.
Whoa!
GG, there are people here.
The whole new world.
Even my teammates are
All
here.
right, so that's it
When
for
did that
him. So he's gone. He's gone. All right. There it is. So the main guy, he drops a scroll right where he is, and then so you see he teleports away
Which one?
to a different location. The main guy, the center guy here.
I have not seen. Okay, I was gonna say I have not seen any of them. I don't know who the main one is.
Okay. I'm gonna move him off, up, left, so you guys can't see exactly where he's
Oh.
going.
Jason.
And there is that. Does someone still have vision of him?
No, but I will.
Is that your aura, Shiro?
That is my aura.
Okay. I was so confused about what that other thing was. Okay. So that's him. So there is now currently a scroll that he dropped right off at that location. And all of a sudden you see it explodes.
Oh crap! Explodes and then we all die. Like explodes the whole building.
And we all woke
6
up. This
damage.
was nothing but a dream.
So unfortunately, Silas, you are also in range of this attack.
Oh snap!
I guess I'm
It's
done.
10 feet.
Was it 6 damage?
6 damage, and do a reflex throw, a reflex saving throw to see if you take half damage.
I was say, is he on fire again?
No.
Rip.
Awari passed his. Paunchy failed. Water guy passed. Okay, you passed, so you take
Oh,
half damage, so you only take
yay.
3.
Finally.
How much health do you have, Travis?
What the I am mixing up all my numbers.
I have 5 health left, son.
I just subtracted all of Awari's health for some fucking reason. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Hey, this guy in the water's unconscious though, right?
Yeah, he's still unconscious.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, let me mark.
Then he wouldn't have saved.
I wasn't rolling for him, I was rolling for him.
But he's unconscious too.
No, he's not. The blue is just signifying that he's water. I understand it's confusing. Don't worry about it. Alright, now one final... Oh, wait, no, I already rolled for that. Alright, that's it for his turn. Shiro, you're up.
Hey, all right.
So does anyone see me yet?
No. Awari is the only one who has a chance to see you. But he's not looking.
Good to know.
Well, if I
Fuck you
decided to
too,
use my
Omari.
only attack action.
What do you mean, fuck you? You're on the ceiling!
I have a plan.
What are you doing, Shiro? I have a plan.
This guy using the same thing. You're signifying as water.
We're all gonna be dead.
No,
by the
no,
time your plan
he's
comes
now
to
currently unconscious. If
Okay.
they've got 2 symbols and one of them is blue, then he's unconscious.
Okay. All right. Sec. All right. He needs a 4-round action to charge this guy and use Iato
Which guy?
right here.
Some reason you remember that's the good kind.
You remember that that's the Ken who's your buddy.
GG.
The sword signifies that he's the only one with a weapon. He's fighting with the katana. He's the one who you recognize. Do you continue with your attack?
Guess I can't halt the attack.
You're right. You can't halt the attack.
So,
All right, roll the hit.
then, yeah, there we go. 1d2.
Oh, was-
I'm
oh.
just kidding.
Wait, was the 1d20 your hit?
No, I didn't even roll yet.
Oh, that was Silas's. All right, do your hit to see if you succeed on the hit.
Ooh. All right.
It misses.
All right.
dodges.
Sweet.
He sees that happen, he immediately presses his body up against the fucking container. I'm gonna say you continue and you keep going with the next guy though.
All right. Sweet. Rip.
Which that one
Defense is super
succeeds.
low. What? All right.
Yeah.
Hey, perfect.
All right. You ram him, and you ram him with such force that he dies.
No,
Stick
I
around.
cut him completely in half, and then up
You
on the other
ram
side.
him with your sword, cutting him in half so that he dies. That it for you?
Yeah, that's it. That was 4 round.
Yeah, you're also right there now.
Alright.
All right. So now
I'm
it
coming,
is Kozukai. Shiro, you also see that this guy's on top of the vial.
Alright.
You see him.
The heck are you doing up there?
Alright, so I'm gonna get one health back. So there's
Alright.
no more enemies around me. I'm gonna just walk over towards Shiro was.
I mean, there's still the guy who's unconscious, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's unconscious. Alright, how? Let me see that Ken. I'm gonna tell that Ken. Did you get him? Did you get him yet? Ken?
Ken turns around and he gives a kind of a weak thumbs up. He says, "Yeah, after your buddy almost killed me just like you did." Yeah.
I mean, you look like him. You can't fault us.
It says, "I'm the only one with a sword. I'm the only one who looks weak. Come on, man."
What about the old-
I mean, it's
hey,
dark.
old Kin looks weak.
GG.
Unfortunately, you're not close enough to hear this conversation, but if you were, he would say, "You know, you got a point there." That it for you, Kozukai?
Any more Kens around in this area?
Not in your immediate vision.
I'm asking Ken.
Ken says, "I don't know. I've just been focused on this one the whole time."
All right. Well, then I'm gonna move up right here.
All
That's
right,
the end of my
so that's
turn.
it for you.
Yep.
Kono, you're up.
I'm gonna move right here. And I'm gonna throw a kunai at this fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're gonna catch him by surprise too, so add 4 to your hit roll.
So slash roll 1d20 plus range plus 4, right?
Yep.
Do you care if I just add those two together? in
Nah,
my
just
head?
do it all together. I don't
Okay.
care. Just as long as it's explained there, like when you roll it.
So I have plus 3 range, so plus 7 is what I do.
Okay, so that's a hit.
Cool. And it's 1d4?
Yep. Plus you're ranged. All right. He takes 4 damage, and also he just takes a kunai to the shoulder. And he's like, "What the hell?"
Hey, Shiro!
And then he looks up and he sees you and he just glares at you.
I'll look up. What
He even gives up that giggle too.
the?
All right, so that's it for you, Kano.
Yeah.
All right.
My first move this whole game!
All right, so Ponchi is still on fire. And he is now fallen unconscious because of the flames.
Somebody save Ponchi.
So, did Shiro notice me too then?
Well, you yelled out my name, unless you weren't doing that for real.
No, I did that for
No,
real.
yeah, you yelled it for
Okay,
real. So yeah, he sees
yeah,
you. He looks up. He's like, "What the hell?"
Would you like me to explain? Oops.
Ishi's gonna move right here and do a ninjutsu attack.
Shiro, I literally went up the side,
Ooh,
over here,
that is a
up the roof,
fucking hit.
over here.
True ninja tactics.
Point
GG.
them. Damn.
You got a perfect after 20 plus 12. Someone going to die.
So he shoots that, and the guy who is right in front of you, Silas, he gets knocked unconscious.
Good to know.
So that's that. This Ken is now going to move over here, and he's going to attack his the unconscious Ken.
They
Actually,
can
you know
all-
what? He's not going to do that. He's going to walk right next to you, Shiro. He's going to yell to the old Ken. He's like, "Isn't this enough? Isn't it time to end things for once and all? Or for once and for all?" At which point that Ken just kind of is silent and doesn't respond to him.
There can only be one.
So now it's Awari's turn. Awari's going to go at this guy. He's just going to fucking cut him. There's pretty much no point in me rolling this fucking hit, too. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
hit.
I don't care if you're old or not. Stab him. He's dead.
And he's dead.
He's dead.
So that's it for Awari. Silas, you're up.
Sorry, my dogs are like freaking out. The UPS guy just dropped off a package.
What'd you
Chi-Chi.
get?
I don't know. I didn't go look.
So both these guys are unconscious.
So I'm gonna walk right here, and I'm gonna treat injury on Ponchi.
Okay. So roll a treat injury check.
Or can I attempt to put his fire out, then treat injury, or is it all into one? In one?
I'm gonna say he's just not on fire anymore. That would have been about the final round. So fucking, he stopped, he dropped, he just didn't roll.
Gotta follow the rules. Follow the rules.
Unfortunately, you are not able to stop the bleeding.
So what does that count as? Is that my attack action?
Yeah, that would be.
All right, I
So
moved.
that'd be
I
it for
moved
your turn.
once, and then I attacked. So that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so now it's the enemy's turn. At which point, the old man, he's now going to talk. Actually, I'm going to do the fucking saves for these guys first. Alright, so he stops bleeding. I don't know why I did the second roll, because that guy's dead already. So he's dead. This guy drowns. So now this he's going to talk, and he's speaking to Shiro and Kono and the Ken that's right in front of him. He says, "Why are you getting in my way? All I want is to be a whole human again. Is that so much to ask for?"
You split yourself in the first place, motherfucker.
You, unfortunately, are not who he was talking to, and you can't see him, so shut up.
Yeah, but I said I have superhero hearing.
Shut up!
So, what even caused you to be split in the first place?
He says, so he looks at you and says, "Well, I guess there's no point in me hiding it anymore. I was a guinea pig for one of Orochimaru's old experiments. He was trying to perfect clones in this cloning process. I was one of the test subjects. I figured out that I could eventually create my own clones based off of myself. I started creating them to make so that way I could win fights easier, to make so that way I could ambush opponents, to catch people off guard, and to do multiple tasks as necessary. As time went on, I realized that it was depleting my chakra permanently. Everything I would split from myself would be split into the clones. Then I decided to try and get a fresh perspective on my research. I decided to split my personality with it so that way everyone could give their own unbiased opinion. Little did I know that when I was doing that, I was cutting that part out of me forever as well. It was only too late when I finally realized everything that was happening."
Well,
Do you still work with Orochimaru?
Yeah, he says, "No. After the cloning process initially succeeded, he decided to be kinder to me. He wanted me to give him information based on what I found out. So in that sense, I suppose we are still working together. However, our messages to each other have long since ceased."
Do you know where to find him?
He looks at you and says, "And why exactly would you be asking?"
Just curious.
He kind of smiles as he says, "No, I don't know where to find him anymore. He regularly moves, and I don't know any of his new hideouts."
how are you even planning to make yourself whole anyway?
"By experimenting on these people, doing exactly what he did to me, and seeing if I could find a way to bring myself back."
Yeah, there's no way that's gonna work. So here's what's gonna go down. You're gonna surrender. You're gonna get off of that effing vial, and you're gonna surrender.
Are you trying to be intimidating or diplomatic?
I'll try and be diplomatic for one.
Okay, good diplomacy check.
Gosh dang it.
He looks at you and he kind of scoffs. He goes, "Do you really think that that is the way that this is going to end?"
I tried. So I'm not gonna be careless again and do the same thing as last time. So I'm gonna do a sense tracker check as my attack action to sense what level of chakra he has.
You can sense it's still significantly higher than the other Kens.
You know what, yo? I'm gonna move right next to this guy, and in my turn.
Okay. So now it is Kozukai's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna climb up on this vial here.
Okay.
You're like inside of the vial.
I'm gonna shoot this Ken with the ray of lightning technique. I'm gonna use my chakra reserves to do this.
Okay.
Bang.
So do a.
Do I need to
Okay,
do
so you succeed.
for the reserves check? Do I need to do anything?
Oh, was that not what that was?
I mean, that can be what that was.
Let's re-roll. Are you under this thing?
I'm on
He's
top of it.
inside of it.
On top of it.
Move that to the back. Okay, so do another roll, 1d20 plus your concentration modifier.
Concentration. Fuck. 8.
Okay, so you succeed. So now you've got bonus chakra based on your reserves.
Alright, then I'm gonna shoot ray of lightning at the nerd.
Okay, so that's a successful hit.
Then what is that? 2d6.
I'm so confused.
About what?
The technique that I'm looking at doesn't explain whether it takes a move action or an attack action or anything.
GG. Does it just say C text? Or is it like blank?
It's just it literally doesn't have an entry for it.
Rip.
Rip.
Is that a
So
training?
I'm gonna have to go pretty soon.
Yeah, no, things
You're
are
going
almost
now.
done. All right, I'm just gonna fucking
Cool.
call GM on this. He's going to use a technique where he pulls out a scroll as soon as the lightning shoots at him, and he captures it inside of the scroll.
Alright.
Motherfucker. That scroll's now stunned.
The scroll, you see, got a symbol that pretty much is the name of the technique, and it's now inside the scroll. And he closes it, and that's it for his turn. Or that's not even his turn. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Kono, you're up.
I'm gonna throw another shirt.
All right. He's not caught by surprise, but I'll still say that you've got an advantage of +2 because of the height.
GG.
All right, roll
Dang.
just 1d20 without a modifier.
Oh.
GG.
Okay, it doesn't crit, but it still succeeds on the hit. So 1d4 plus your ranged.
Again?
So he takes another 4 damage, but he's still holding up. So that's it for you. Ishi's going to roll a treat injury check.
Come on, punch.
Fortunately, he does not succeed. Paunchy's going to roll a save to see if he stops bleeding. He does not. Takes another point of damage. Now Wari, he looks over what's happening there, and he just kind of looks away, and he sees what's happening over here. He's going to use Raisoku to teleport right here.
Did he look up?
No, he still doesn't know you're there.
GG.
And so he's just looking at the man, and he's going to use Lightning Shuriken technique.
I'm loving what I did this whole fucking
fucking hate
time.
God damn it. That's a successful hit. And it's going to deal
1d6.
1d6.
If he didn't empower.
He did not empower it. He deals 1 damage. Man, Awari's been lacking in this fight. Oh, I fucking... Once again, subtracted the
Didn't get
wrong
enough
number.
sleep last night.
Alright. So that's it for him. Silas, you're up.
Oh, okay, I guess I'll do another save and try to get this fucker
Okay.
up.
You do
And I
not.
didn't.
All right, next turn. Well, you can still move.
Well,
yeah,
I get
yeah,
the
you can
move.
still move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move right here.
All right. So that's the enemy's turn. So he looks at everyone, he looks around, and he says, well, so this is what becomes of my fate. Taken down due to a bunch of misfits and a traitor of my own blood. At which point, the other Ken, he responds, he says, well, this is how you made me. Remember, everything that you had that was respectful and honorable you put in me. Doesn't surprise me that you can't even see how you don't get it. And so he is going to use another technique where he's going to draw. He throws another scroll down. He throws it right at his feet, or kind of right below the tank. And he's going to trigger it, so everyone that's within 10 feet is going to take damage.
Oh,
Reflex save.
It gets a reflex save, reflex half.
Using a quick.
All right.
so I can roll a reflex.
Yep. Roll reflex saving, all of you. Warrior succeeds. Kona succeeds. Yeah, you succeeded. Kozukai, you failed. Actually, let me.
Wait, I'm like 40 feet up.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you're fine, Kona.
GG.
God fucking damn. Actually, what'd you roll? No, you succeeded. I'm gonna grant
Kozukai?
some kindness. You succeeded.
GG.
So you take 7 points of damage, or 8 points of damage.
Wait, did I add my sentimentality that last round?
I don't know.
I didn't. I didn't. So that's 4
gonna
minus 7. Oh, I still can run around and shit, but
Do you still bleed out from
Dying.
that?
I am technically bleeding out, but I still can
Okay.
move and do an attack action.
Okay. That is fine then.
So he can bleed. out.
However, this Ken was knocked unconscious by that.
Rip.
And so now it is Shiro's turn.
All right. Last chance. We can take you quietly. We can probably get you the help that you need.
He looks at you and he says,
Come
the
on
help I need. You threw all that away.
Did we? There's still a chance.
He ignores you.
Try to be diplomatic, and this is what happens. So, is there a penalty for him being hired?
You're gonna have to do a jump attack.
That's cool with me.
Attack the
So
bomb.
succeed a jump and then
Jump
succeed
attack.
an attack.
And I'll do the jump check first.
Alright, jump check. I like jump check, am I right?
GG.
Hey.
That's a success.
I'm gonna be using the auto again.
That's a success. And with that attack, you knock him back off of it unconscious.
Get off of there, nerd.
All right, so we're out of attack actions now. Like attack.
Yep. So,
I did treat injury on myself.
I
sure.
was just about to actually do that.
Roll a fortitude save. Don't do treat injury. Just roll a fortitude save. Or he's gonna roll one on fucking Ken. And
Why do I
fails.
see turn order now?
I fucking made that
Magic.
click. All right, you have stopped bleeding.
GG.
Hey.
Hey.
Tie this nerd up.
She's
Come
gonna do
over
one more. God damn. All right, you tie him up. And Dwar says, well, everyone, I think it's about time that we deliver this guy to the Yambu.
Roger that, Sensei.
You know what? Can I like get down? Whether I would go like I'm gonna go off the wall and back down over to here.
You're gonna have to climb down the wall because if you jump straight off, you're gonna take fall damage.
Okay, well I'm
I
gonna
can
walk
catch
over
you.
to the wall, climb down it.
Hey, you want to jump into Shiro's arms?
I don't trust it enough.
I was gonna let you fall. You just-
So I climb down the wall,
Okay.
walk over. I like to use my chakra threads and tie him up too.
Okay.
'Kay.
You know, Owari says, I can just tie him up with thread. I've got that. Got some
Okay.
iron wire.
That's cool.
We need to get Officer Rook down here about all these captives.
I mean,
Some
we
of
should
the-
just go to the Anbu first.
Yeah, so Owari, he says, all right, I'm going to take Ken. I'm going to get him to a hospital. Ishii's going to take Ponchi. Yeah, Ishii takes Ponchi to a hospital.
Somebody take me.
Kozukai and Silas, you should both get treated as well. Shiro, since you're stronger than Kono, you take that man to the Anbu.
Alright.
Kono, you're good to join whoever you want.
I'll
Except for
follow
Okay.
you.
yeah,
I'll take
Owari's
Kozukai
gonna
to
be
the
super
hospital.
fast, so you won't be able to keep up. He says, I'm gonna be running as fast as I can.
Well, I'll
so-
stay with Silas and Kozukai because I have a decent healing now.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right. So you all go back up to the village,
Do-do-do.
and everyone goes to their, target points. Right? No one's gonna play hooky.
I thought about it, but no.
And we're gonna do something that wasn't what was just listed.
My ultimate plan was make sure they get safe, and then I was gonna head back.
All right. Yeah. So we can just end that right here, and we'll continue where we left off because there's still stuff that should happen.
Cool.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the next one when we, do more stuff.
Bottom
Get
lip
told.
sticks out. eyes well up. I'm telling.
Is this what you actually do?